Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. And sorry, there was a break because it was Christmas holidays, New Year. So I wish all of you a very happy New Year. And we can get started today. So in this session, we will be covering more details about EWM and specifically talk about POSC. POSC is a process-oriented storage control in EWM. So you might have seen previous videos where we have explained inbound goods receipt, outbound, and handling units and stuff. But POSC is a little more complex, and it is used in retail industries and many other industries where there is some steps to follow before you do a goods receipt finally into the bin. So POSC is a feature used to manage complex multi-step processes for the movement and storage of goods within a warehouse. It defines and executes the sequence of physical steps required to handle the materials during goods receipt, internal movement, or goods issue, which you can see. So in the diagram, you can see there is a door through which the goods enter. Okay. And after the goods are received in the warehouse, it goes to the staging area. Okay. The staging area is where, the truck is arriving and you can't immediately put everything into the bin. So you put in the staging area. In the staging area, after the goods are in the staging area, there's some work that needs to be done before they are finally moved to a bin. So that work that we need to do in for that goods that are arrived, that is done in the work center. So what kind of works? As an example, the work could be you can do quality inspection. You have to do deconsolidation, like dividing multiple packages into individual packages by opening up. So, and also you can do a lot of other things like labeling and stuff. So for that, you need a work center. Okay. So imagine you have a truckload of Coke which have come into your stock, and you can't put all the Coke into a bin straight away. You have to unload the cartons, put it into separate small cartons, and then put it into the bin. So for that, you have to do certain activities. That activities is done under work center. Okay. And then whatever put away strategy applies to those specific materials, that gets applied. So for example, refrigerated item goes to a certain different bin. Non-refrigerated item goes to a different bin. So based on the material, the put away strategies are applied, and then it goes to the bin. So this is in summary the concept of POSC. Okay, now Sharik will explain the configuration, how it is done in the system. And we won't be able to, because it will become a very long video, we won't be able to show everything in the scenario, like doing the goods receipt and doing the put away. But in the next video, we can actually show it in the system. Right now in the system, we will show the configuration of POSC, which will help you understand how it is done. Okay, over to you, Sharik.
Hello everyone. So now I'm going to show you the steps that you need to follow in order to configure your POSC process oriented storage control. So for that you need to go to SPRO and go to your SCM Extended Warehouse Management. So first thing that you need to define within the system is your storage type that will be used for your work center. So for that you have to go to master data and create your storage type. Okay, so if it is already created, uh, then you can also take a reference of the standard one. Okay, if you're doing the work center for deconsolidation, so it is there with the 8010, you can take that. But we are giving you an example of labeling, so we can take VAS, which is value added services, which is also used for work center. Okay, so I have created my own. I can show you that. My warehouse number is EWM1, and I have created this many storage types. Okay, this is my main storage type where I'll actually put my stock. So before this step, I need to have my work center created in the system. So 8050 I have created as a reference. I have taken this for my labeling activity. Okay, I have copied my data from 8050 and I've created label as the work center. So if I
Yeah,
go
so just
inside,
to add on that,
yeah,
SAP has done a good naming convention methods where they have named work centers starting with 8 and go to sit area, for example, and the starting with 9. So it helps you understand that anything starting with 8 generally corresponds to a work center.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go
So
on,
this
sorry.
is just like that. We have 9 series where you can see this is door, this is our GR zone, where we'll actually unload the goods from doors. Okay, in this example. So if you go inside the storage type for labeling, you will see the storage type role, which is also mentioned as E, which is work center. So this storage type will work as a work center because we have put the type role for storage as E, which is also a work center. Okay, so you have to create that, and then if you also want, you can create storage section, but this is not mandatory. So if I show you mine, I have created one storage section. Yeah, you can see I have created storage section for my labeling work center. So just like that, if you want to create a doors, you can also create just like that, the way you have created the work center. So you can take a reference of 9030 and create the doors. Okay. So now you have to go to cross process setting, and I guess before that you have to come to your master data and go to the work center. Okay, so in that you have specify work center layout. You have to click on that and create a layout for your work center that you are creating. Okay, so you can also take standard one from this entries. So DKMX is for deconsolidation. Okay, this is your transaction type, and this is created for specific layout of your work center. So VS1 I have taken because I am using value added services as my labeling work center. So if I search my EWM1, I've created and copied from the standard VS1. So this layout will get under your defined work center, and that you have to mention your layout. Okay, so these are the steps that you have to create in the main configuration of the POSC. So I'll show you that after this. So next step, in order to create the setting for POSC, you have to go to cross process setting, and under your warehouse task, you will see define process oriented storage control. You have to click on that, and you'll see many options here. Okay, the first step, you have external storage process set step, sorry. Okay, so here I have you have to identify which step you need to follow for the specific uh, process that you want to do. Okay, for example, you want to unload first, and then you want to deconsolidate. Okay, and then put away. So for put away, this is specific external step already given in the standard. Okay, so for that I have also created my own step which is not available in the standard. I have copied from this value added oil, value added services oil. So from copying that, I have created label. Okay, so this is also an additional step that I have to take into consideration for my process. So this is IB01. After IB01, after unloading, I have to do the labeling activity. And
So,
then I have to,
Sharik, is this going to happen in the same work center
yeah,
that we've explained in the diagram? So
yes,
these are the steps within the same work center.
yeah. So these step, after creating these step, you have to define it under your work center. Then only your
Yeah.
system will identify which step it needs to follow. Okay.
Okay. So for the audience, just to explain, for each activity to perform, you don't have to create individual work centers. Uh, in work center, you can have two, three steps uh, for a completion of a task that is assigned within the work center. So, for example, deconsolidation and labeling can happen in the same work center, correct?
Uh,
Or
it is actually like if you want, you can create a separate work
work
center
center.
for, yeah, each of the activity. But still, if you want for like individual work center to perform both the activities, you can also do that.
So, in the process step that you're explaining,
Yeah,
so the process step, does it explain the different task within
yeah.
the work
Just like,
center?
the graph you have shown, right? You have mentioned doors. After that, that door will be used for putting your goods under your staging area. Okay, through
Yes.
that door, your goods will come and store under your staging area, which is
Hmm.
9010. Okay,
Hmm.
after that, it will go to your work center.
Hmm.
Okay, and then with the based on your put away strategy, it will be placed under specific bins.
Yeah. And within
Okay.
the work center, you have some process steps that you were
Yeah,
explaining.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for that, for these steps, you have to mention each of the steps that you want to have. Okay, so just like that, IB01 is my unload. Okay,
Hmm.
first we'll unload through doors. Okay, under
Hmm.
our staging area. Then
Hmm.
we'll do labeling activity. For this, I have also defined one external step.
Hmm.
Then we'll do the put away. So
Hmm.
our process comprises of three individual steps. Okay, so that will
Hmm. Hmm.
create under storage process.
Hmm.
So go to your storage process definition, and in that you have to mention your warehouse with the storage process.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I show you EWM1, I have created my storage process at label. Okay, so if you want to create, you can directly create a new entry and give a name specific to your activity that you want to perform.
Hmm.
Okay, under that I have assigned external storage process steps. Okay, that I've taken from that. So IB01 is my unload, label is my
Hmm.
labeling activity, and then this third step is IB03, which is put away. Okay.
Yeah. So to add to this, so for example, your main activity is labeling, but in order to execute and perform labeling, you have to first unload the stock, and then after labeling is done, you have to do the put away. So these are the three uh, process steps that are involved in the labeling process. So
Yeah.
you just can't do labeling and then finish, because you have to remember that the stock is in a continuous, if you imagine at a micro level, the stock is in the continuous stages of movement. You have to unload. So unload is an activity. So suppose, for example, if you are a warehouse worker and somebody asks you, has the labeling is done? So his response could be that labeling hasn't started because the stock is not unloaded. So stock, so that is why. So you can at any stage when you define these steps, you can at any stage check at what stage the product is. That's why you have the duration also. So it takes 5 minutes to unload, and it takes this many minutes to do the labeling
Yeah.
for the efficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this tech, which is available for automatic warehouse creation or warehouse task creation. So if you take two first steps, like for IB01 I have ticked and label I have ticked. Okay. The third step is a final step, which is put away. So for that we don't have any automatic warehouse task creation, because it will be redirect you to the ultimate what you say put away. Okay, so for that we have put create product HU warehouse task, because for this POSC HU is required. Without HU creation you will not be able to perform this POSC task. Okay, so for individual step, we have mentioned 5 minute duration. You can also give according to the need of your project or the client requirement. Okay. Then go to your process oriented storage control. This is our final setting in POSC. So if I show you mine, EWM1, I have mentioned certain set of rules. Okay. So IB01 step, I have mentioned my source as door. Okay. 9030 is my door. If I show you, 9030 is door in good receipt. Okay. So when my source will be 9030, my destination should be GR zone, which is 9010. Okay. So this is the first step that I mentioned in process oriented storage control. After this step, we have label. Okay. So when system will take you to the next step, your source, whenever your source is GR zone, which is your 9010, system will automatically trigger certain WPT which we have set, and it will give you a destination of work center. LABL is a work center that we have created in the system. Okay. So when your source is GR zone, it will trigger your destination as work center. Okay. When your source is door, it will give you a destination of GR zone. Just like Faraz, you have shown in the diagram. Okay. You have mentioned your source. First
Mm-hmm.
step, you have door. From door, you are taking your goods to your GR zone, and then from GR zone to your work center. Okay. And after that, put away will be done based on your label, which is work center, and your destination. I have mentioned label, but it will be triggered based on the put away strategy that you have configured. Okay. It can be your addition to existing material, or maybe next empty bin. It depends on that. Okay. This is the main configuration behind the POSC. One more thing, you also need to define respective warehouse process type, which is WPT. Okay. In WPT, I have created certain. So this is for my put away. Okay. If you want to have a simple, not a POSC task, you will generally create 1010 for put away. Okay.
This is like normal without the work center.
Yeah. So if,
Mm.
as you can see, 3065 we are using for unloading, put away, or label. Okay. In this label WPT, I have mentioned my source as door. Okay.
Mm.
9030. This is door. When this WPT will trigger, your destination will be automatically GR zone. That I have also mentioned in my determination of warehouse process type.
Mm.
Okay. If I show you that, either you can maintain certain settings in POSC configuration, otherwise you can also mention in the determination of the warehouse process type. Okay. So this indicator that we have for process type determination, I have created two. You will store this into your product master. Okay.
Mm.
Through that product, when you're using that specific product and system find this indicator, it will automatically trigger this label WPT. Okay. And in that
Mm.
label WPT, we have mentioned door as 9030. Okay. System will get all the information based on the determination of WPT that you have set here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, in this example, if you're doing a goods receipt and the
Yeah.
system does not have 0 to define in the product master,
Yeah.
then it
It
will
will.
not trigger the process-oriented storage control
Yes.
because it will trigger the first line, which is
Yeah.
normal goods receipt.
Yeah.
But
It will not
here,
redirect you to the door. It will directly put your stock under GR zone.
yes. And then in the second example, it is mentioned that it is coming through LABL,
Yeah.
which means it will trigger the door and based on the WPT that is set
Yeah.
up. So this
Yeah.
is WPT determination. So if you see on
Yes.
top determination, And we have already uploaded one video that explains the WBT determinations. We can watch that. And WBT determines like how the storage and how the goods are seated in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when your document type is INB and your item type is IDLV and your indicator set as 02 and your process type will trigger as LABL. Okay. If I show you an example, VL31N, this is the purchase order I have created. We take as 5 quantity. Okay, my warehouse is EW1, which is for ERP, and it will get distributed to EWM1. Slash SCWM slash PRTI. So before that, I want to also show you uh, my product that I'm using. This is my product. If I put my material as EWM 1710, currently I'm using this product. If you go inside that, I've put an indicator as 02 here. Okay, that I've created for this specific product. So I've mentioned this indicator. Through that, your system will trigger your label WPT, and the what do you say, source will be determined as door based on the label PRDI. I've created this inbound delivery. So in that, uh, for POSC, it is mandatory to have your HU created. So this is my packaging material. Now my HU is ready. So first thing that we need to check whether our door is been determined or not. So if you scroll down, then you can see which WPTs get triggered. So you can see your warehouse process type is LABL. It will get triggered based on the determination you have put with the indicator 02 in your material or product master. Okay.
Hmm. Yes. So this will trigger the POSC.
Yeah. So in further step, if you create a warehouse task, handling unit, it will get created, and your source to your destination will get triggered as GR zone. You can see your destination bin is GR zone based on the setting that we have put in the POSC configuration.
Yeah, for the full cycle, we will have to spend more time, so we can do that in the next session. So I think this clarifies what is POSC, what are the steps involved, and this GR zone that you mentioned, Sharit, this GR
Yeah,
zone in the diagram
yeah,
was the first step
yeah.
when from the
Unloading,
door.
unload.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is unloading, and then from unloading, you start the labeling process
yeah.
and complete.
After labeling, we will do the put away. So
Yeah.
that additional step will be creating in the next video.
Okay. Thanks
Okay.
everyone for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And the reason I've been asking for like and subscribe is it makes channel bigger. And when it makes the channel bigger, then that encourages us to do more such videos and help you learn more. So my promise to you guys is that the more you engage, the more you subscribe, I'll create more and more interesting videos. I'll also bring other people, other technical experts into the channel so that you can learn more all the integrated topics in SAP. Thank you for watching.